Hey tech enthusiasts! Welcome back to the Gorab's Tech, where we explore the exciting world of hacking, cybersecurity, and all things tech. Today we're diving deep into a crucial aspect of cybersecurity networking. It's the backbone of the internet, connecting billions of devices worldwide. And for ethical hackers like us, understanding networking is like having the master key to a seemingly impenetrable fortress. So, whether you're a complete beginner or just need a refresher, get ready to level up your hacking skills as we unravel the mysteries of networking together. Let's get started. Let's begin your foundation for ethical hacking. First things first, networking basics. It's like learning the alphabet before you can write a novel. We're talking the fundamentals that make the digital world go round. Trust me, you don't want to skip this part. First up, we've got the OSI and TCP IP models. Think of these as blueprints for how data travels across networks. Knowing these models helps you troubleshoot issues and understand how different protocols interact. Next, we have IP addressing your digital street address. You've got IPv4, the old but gold standard, and IPv6, its newer, more spacious counterpart. Each device on a network needs a unique IP address to communicate. And don't forget about MAC addresses. These are like unique hardware identifiers for your network cards. Now let's talk about ports and protocols. Imagine ports as doors on a computer, each assigned a specific number. Protocols are the rules governing how data is exchanged through these doors. Let's learn the network protocols. All right, let's dive into the fascinating world of network protocols. Remember those languages I mentioned earlier? That's what protocols are, the rules and conventions that allow different devices to communicate on a network. And as ethical hackers, knowing these protocols inside and out is crucial. First off, we have the heavyweights, HTTP and HTTPS. These are the backbone of the web, dictating how web browsers and servers interact. HTTPS is the secure version, encrypting your data to protect it from eavesdroppers. Knowing the ins and outs of these protocols can help you identify vulnerabilities in web applications. Next up, we have DNS, the domain name system. It's like the internet's phone book, translating human-readable domain names like google.com into IP addresses that computers understand. DNS is a prime target for attackers, so understanding how it works is vital for defending against DNS spoofing and other attacks. Now, let's talk about FTP and SH. FTP, or File Transfer Protocol, is used for, transferring files between devices. SSH, or Secure Shell, provides a secure encrypted channel for remote access to computers. Let's start learning network devices and topologies. All right, time to talk hardware. We're diving into the world of network devices and topologies, the physical and logical building blocks of any network. Understanding these concepts will give you a bird's-eye view of how networks are structured and how data flows within them. First up, let's talk about routers. These are the traffic directors of the network, connecting different networks and forwarding data packets to their intended destinations. They use routing tables and algorithms to determine the most efficient path for data to travel. Next, we have switches. Think of these as intelligent traffic cops within a network. Unlike hubs, which blindly broadcast data to all connected devices, switches learn the MAC addresses of connected devices and forward data only to the intended recipient. This makes for a more efficient and secure network. And of course, we can't forget about firewalls. These are your first line of defense against unauthorized access to your network. Firewalls act like gatekeepers, examining incoming and outgoing network traffic and blocking anything that doesn't match predefined security rules. Now let's talk about network topologies. These refer to the physical or logical arrangement of devices on a network. Common topologies include star, bus, ring, and mesh. Let's understand network security concepts, i.e., building fortresses of data. We're diving into the heart of cybersecurity network security concepts. As ethical hackers, our job is to think like the bad guys, to find and exploit vulnerabilities before they do. And that means understanding the tools and techniques used to secure networks. First up, let's talk about VPNs, virtual private networks. These are like encrypted tunnels that protect your internet traffic from prying eyes, especially on public Wi-Fi. VPNs work by routing your traffic through a secure server, masking your IP address and encrypting your data. Next, we have firewalls, our trusty gatekeepers. Firewalls come in different flavors: hardware, software, and even cloud-based. They work by examining incoming and outgoing network traffic and blocking anything that doesn't match predefined security rules. Let's understand packet analysis and monitoring, unveiling the secrets of network traffic. Ever wondered what's happening behind the scenes when you browse the web, send an email, or stream a video? That's where packet analysis comes in, the art of capturing and inspecting individual data packets traversing a network. It's like having X-ray vision into the veins and arteries of the internet. One of the most popular and powerful tools for packet analysis is Wireshark. This open-source software allows you to capture, filter, and analyze network traffic in real time, giving you an incredibly detailed view of what's happening on your network. Another handy tool is TCP dump, a command line packet analyzer that's been around for ages. It's not as user-friendly as Wireshark, but it's incredibly powerful and versatile, especially for scripting and automation. Let's begin network attacks and countermeasures, the offense-defense dance of cybersecurity. All right, let's talk about the good stuff. Network attacks and countermeasures. As ethical hackers, it's our duty to understand the tactics and techniques used by malicious actors so we can effectively defend against them. Think of it as a constant game of chess, anticipating your opponent's moves and planning your counterattack. First up, let's talk about ARP spoofing and DNS spoofing. These attacks exploit weaknesses in the Address Resolution Protocol, ARP, and Domain Name System, DNS, to redirect traffic to malicious destinations. Imagine someone intercepting your mail and redirecting it to a fake address. That's essentially what these attacks do. Next, we have the infamous man-in-the-middle MITM attack. This is where an attacker secretly intercepts and relays communications between two parties who believe they are directly communicating with each other. It's like having someone eavesdropping on your phone calls without you even knowing it. Denial of service, DOS, and distributed denial of service, DDoS attacks are like the blunt force of the cyber world. They aim to overwhelm a target system or network with traffic, making it unavailable to legitimate users. Imagine a horde of zombies trying to break down your door. That's essentially what a DDoS attack feels like. And of course, we can't forget about session hijacking, where an attacker steals a user's valid session ID to impersonate them and gain unauthorized access to a system or network. Let us know wireless networking and security. All right, let's talk about everyone's favorite, wireless networking and security. Wireless networks are everywhere these days, from homes and offices to coffee shops and airports. And while they offer incredible convenience, they also present unique security challenges that we need to be aware of. First, let's talk about Wi-Fi standards. You've probably heard of 802.11. That's the IEE standard for wireless networking. Over the years, we've seen several iterations of this standard, including 802.11a, 802.11b, 802.11g, 802.11n, and now 802.11ac and 802.11ax, also known as Wi-Fi 6. Each new standard brings faster speeds, greater range, and improved security features. Speaking of security, let's talk about encryption protocols. WEP, or Wired Equivalent Privacy, was the original encryption protocol for Wi-Fi, but it's now considered outdated and insecure. WPA, or Wi-Fi Protected Access, offered significant improvements, and WPA2 is currently the most secure option widely available. However, WPA3 is on the horizon, promising even stronger security. Now let's talk about some common wireless attacks: evil twin attacks, rogue AP attacks, and wireless sniffing. To protect against these threats, it's crucial to use strong passwords and WPA2/WPA3 encryption, disable WPS, enable firewall protection, and keep your router firmware up to date. Remember, wireless security is an ongoing process. Let's understand the essential tools for networking mastery, your ethical hacking toolkit. All right, it's time to talk tools. Every ethical hacker needs a trusty set of tools to probe, scan, and analyze networks. Think of these tools as your digital Swiss Army knife, each with its own unique capabilities to help you uncover vulnerabilities and assess security posture. First up, we have Nmap, the network mapper. This open-source tool is a legend in the hacking world, used for port scanning, network discovery, and service identification. With Nmap, you can quickly identify open ports on a target system, determine what services are running, and even fingerprint the operating system. Next, we have Netcat, the Swiss Army knife of networking tools. This versatile tool can be used for everything from port scanning and banner grabbing to transferring files and creating backdoors. It's a command line tool, so it might take some getting used to, but it's incredibly powerful and flexible. Then the pro tips for networking mastery level up your skills. All right, you've made it to the pro tips section. By now, you should have a solid understanding of networking fundamentals, protocols, devices, security concepts, and essential tools. But the journey doesn't end there. Mastering networking is an ongoing process of learning, experimenting, and pushing your limits. So, here are a few pro tips to help you level up your networking skills. Practice regularly. Capture and analyze traffic. Join communities. Read RFCs. Build your own network and explore advanced topics. Remember, networking is an ever-evolving field. New technologies, protocols, and threats emerge all the time. Stay curious, keep learning, and never stop pushing the boundaries of your knowledge. The more you work with networks, the more comfortable and proficient you'll become. Stay curious, stay ethical, keep hacking. Well, there you have it, folks. We've covered a ton of ground in this video, from the fundamentals of networking to advanced security concepts and essential tools. Remember, this is just the beginning of your journey into the fascinating world of networking and ethical hacking. As you continue to explore, remember these key takeaways. Networking is the backbone of the internet, security is an ongoing process, and ethical hacking is a powerful force for good. Now go forth and hack responsibly. Experiment, learn, and never stop exploring the ever-evolving world of networking and cybersecurity. Outro: Master Networking for Ethical Hacking, a beginner's guide. So there you have it, a crash course in networking for ethical hackers. We've covered a lot of ground today, but trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. The world of networking is vast and constantly evolving, and there's always something new to learn, but the most important thing is to keep practicing, keep experimenting, and never stop learning. The more you put these concepts into practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll become as an ethical hacker. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow techies. Comment below with your thoughts or any topics you'd like me to cover next. Until then, stay curious, stay ethical, and keep hacking responsibly.